A truth that has the power to transform your life. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. These words carry a wisdom that echoes through history. They remind us that change is not about clinging to the past or wrestling endlessly with what has already happened. It is about channeling our energy into creating something better, something brighter, something new. Change is one of the most natural parts of life, yet it is also one of the hardest. Why? Because humans are creatures of habit. We find comfort in the familiar, even when the familiar is painful. A toxic job feels safer than the unknown of starting fresh. A broken relationship feels easier to cling to than the risk of being alone. Old habits, though destructive, feel comfortable because they're known. We fear the new because it requires us to step into uncertainty. And so, instead of building the new, we waste our strength fighting the old, arguing with the past, replaying regrets, trying to control what cannot be changed. But let me remind you, no matter how hard you fight, you cannot rewrite yesterday. The only direction life flows is forward. When we focus all our energy on resisting the old, we exhaust ourselves. Imagine trying to paddle upstream in a river. You burn out quickly, and you never move forward. That is what happens when you dwell on the past. You cannot unsay words that were spoken. You cannot undo mistakes that were made. You cannot return relationships to what they once were. The past is a closed chapter. The ink is dry. The page is written. Fighting it only drains the energy you need to build the future. The secret, then, is to redirect that same energy towards something constructive. To ask not, how do I erase the past, but what can I create for the future? When you build the new, you stop wasting time on what cannot be changed. You turn pain into purpose. You give your life direction and momentum. It's like turning from a wall to a window. The wall is the past. You can pound on it all day, but it won't move. The window is the future, open, full of light, and leading somewhere new. History and life are filled with examples of those who embraced this principle. Steve Jobs, after being fired from Apple, could have spent years resenting his dismissal. Instead, he built the new, founding Next and Pixar. Eventually, his fresh innovations brought him back to Apple, where he changed the world. Helen Keller, after losing her sight and hearing at an early age, could have spent her life lamenting what she lost. Instead, she focused on building knowledge, advocacy, and inspiration, leaving a legacy that still shines today. These people understood you cannot rebuild by tearing down the past. You rebuild by constructing the future. It doesn't take a global figure to live this truth. Ordinary people live it every day. A man who loses his job stops fighting bitterness and instead starts his own business, turning adversity into opportunity. A woman who goes through heartbreak stops obsessing over why things ended and instead pours her energy into self-growth, travel, or service. A student who fails an exam stops cursing their mistakes and instead dedicates themselves to better study habits, building new strength from old weakness. The shift is subtle but life-changing. From fighting to building. 1. It gives direction. Fighting the old keeps you stuck in the past. Building the new pulls you toward the future. 2. It saves energy. Energy wasted on regret or anger can be redirected into action, creation, and progress. 3. It creates momentum. Even small steps towards something new generate hope, motivation, and courage. 4. It transforms pain. The hurt from the past becomes fuel for constructing a better tomorrow. Think of it like this. When a house burns down, do you stand over the ashes, screaming at the fire? No, you begin gathering tools, bricks, and wood to build again. Psychologists tell us that where attention goes, energy flows. If your attention is locked on the past, your energy is trapped there too. But when your attention shifts to what is possible, your energy becomes creative. You become a builder, not a fighter. This is why visualization is so powerful. When you see the new future in your mind, your emotions and energy align to make it real. The more you imagine building something new, the less power the old has over you. How do you actually live this out? 1. Accept the past. You don't have to approve of it, but you must accept that it is unchangeable. Acceptance frees you. 2. Decide what you want to build. Clarity is essential. Is it a new career, a healthier body, a stronger mindset, a fresh relationship? Then break it into steps. Big dreams are built brick by brick, habit by habit, page by page. 4. Surround yourself with builders. Don't linger with those stuck in the past. Join those creating futures. 5. Celebrate progress. Each small step toward the new is proof that you are moving forward. Let me tell you a simple story. 2 men stood by the ruins of their homes after a storm. The first man stared at the rubble and cried, "Why did this happen to me? I will never recover." He spent his days blaming the storm, the weather, the government, yet his land remained empty. The second man also grieved, but he picked up a stone, then another, then another. Soon he had the foundation of a new home. It wasn't easy, but with each stone laid, his hope grew stronger. Eventually, his house stood taller than before. Both lost everything. One kept fighting the old, the other built the new. Only one had a future. Building the new requires letting go. It requires courage to release the comfort of the familiar, even when the familiar is painful. Think of a trapeze artist. To swing to the next bar, they must let go of the one they're holding. There's a moment of fear, a moment of emptiness, but then their hand catches the new bar and they soar higher. Life is the same. You cannot hold on to the old and reach for the new at the same time. You must let go. So, my friends, I ask you, what old chapter are you still fighting? What past mistake are you still wrestling? What pain are you still carrying? Let it go. Not because it didn't matter, but because your future matters more. Focus your energy on building the new. Write new chapters. Plant new seeds. Take new steps. Because the secret of change is not to keep fighting what is gone, but to create what is yet to come. When you focus on building the new, your life becomes more than survival. It becomes inspiration. Your children see not bitterness, but resilience. Your friends see not defeat, but courage. The world sees not a victim, but a creator. You leave behind not ashes of regret, but structures of hope. Remember this truth and let it echo in your heart. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Stop fighting the old battles. Stop rehearsing the old hurts. Stop reliving the old failures. Pick up your tools, your courage, your vision, your hope, and begin building the new. Because your future is not built in the ruins of yesterday. It is built in the dreams of today and the actions of tomorrow. And when you build with all your heart, your life becomes more than a story. It becomes a masterpiece.